Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Today is Sunday, the 1st of March. As usual, we are all gathering to do this chanting. So, good evening, Karen, Kaling, Manuboju, and One Pen for attending this evening's chanting. And we have Gavin here, as usual. Gavin has been here almost all day. He came early morning chanting, and then stayed meditating until 3 o'clock, and just came back again to practice. So today we also had a meditation practice up to almost 5 o'clock evening. It's a wonderful breakaway from our habits and practicing meditation. And during the lunchtime, after offering ended, also guided practice meditation with all the members, and all the members also found fruitful, although didn't have much time, but practice even just for a few minutes was a beneficial, which, as the Buddha also said, that it's like an elephant shakes its ear, or a snake puts the tongue out and takes it in. That short period of a meditation, but if we have meditation with a real mindfulness at that time, then it has a lot of benefit. So today we were also discussing, just after the lunch, we were talking about the coming event on the 17th of May, and we also talked about the New Year, Asian New Year, or a Songkran, on the 12th of April. So we will have a blessing chanting and a blessing ceremony on that day. So we'll start from early morning, about 10 o'clock onwards, and after lunch there will be blessings from monks and from other members, senior members, which we normally do every year. So that will be our plan for the New Year, Asian New Year, or Songkran, on the 12th of April. So today again, while I was on a meditation, a few calls came, but I switched off the Wi-Fi, and all the calls was on aeroplane mode. As a result, people could not contact me, and it happened that during the time of a meditation, normally people try to contact, or in the middle of chanting, people try to contact, but outside of it, no one calls. It's strange. Yeah, and after meditation completed, and I came to know about the calls, and I replied. They were very upset. They were very angry that why you did not pick up the phone. If you don't want to talk to me, I will not call anymore. I will not contact you anymore. If you don't want me to come to the temple, that's fine. I will not come to the temple. Like that. So it's quite interesting. A second of a missing, or suppose you put the mobile phone somewhere, and then you were doing something and a call comes, and then you realize that a call, and then you didn't reply back, and there's a problem. And exactly that happened again while I was texting, and then I went to boil the water, and there was another call, and I happened to be not in the presence of my phone. And then this text came saying, if you don't want to talk to me, if you don't want to come and help on the 17th of May, just let me know. This would be my last text. What I do? What have I done? So that's quite often happened. But anyway, I texted back saying that we were meditating, but once you have perceived, it's very difficult to come out from that perception. That's why it's very, very important that we have to be very mindful that what we do, how we react. It's like a fire burning. When the fire is burning, you got to be very careful. Similarly, somehow when somebody calls me in my mobile phone, it doesn't ring. It doesn't ring, and it straight away go to the voice message. And then there was one of a very close member became so upset that every time I call you, it always goes on to the voicemail. And I don't know what happened with my mobile phone. Whenever somebody calls on the phone, then that normally goes to the voicemail. Where you have to call on Line or WhatsApp or Facebook. Only then I hear the voice, the ringing tone. Otherwise, I can't hear. And it exactly happened like that. She was calling many times, and always it was on a voicemail. She became so upset that she blocked me for many weeks. She blocked me many weeks, and then I tried to call, and why I can't call, why I can't contact. I went on a Facebook. She blocked me on Facebook.
So you're not allowed no free time, imagine. You've got to be on call 24 hours a day.
So that happened as well. And when I met her later on, I asked, why did you block me? And she said, because I don't want to bother you. And I'm still blocked on her Facebook. So like that. Very interesting, monk's life.
You don't have a life.
I don't have a life.
Yeah, not allowed to have a life.
That's okay. The middle night phone calls are a difficult one. That's why I have to block all, especially this lady from Thailand. She has an Alzheimer and she only remembers me. And she calls at any time. Maybe today, even like if I check, there are. See, today 10 calls. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10, 11 calls today. She rang me. You know, like that. But
Now,
I feel sorry
spoke
for
to
her.
her.
I spoke with her and then I said that we're going to meditate and then still call. And then after that, I picked up phone and I told her, I told you that we are having a meditation. We just spoke a few minutes ago. No, I didn't call you. I was like, I feel sorry for her. She's 89 now, I think. And she got the Alzheimer and she remembers only me. And I believe whenever she wakes up, first thing she remembers is to call Ajahn Sujan. And then that's like middle of the night, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So I got to be very mindful when I go to bed, block her off, block her for the night and then unblock in the morning. Otherwise, she will wake me up in the middle of the night. So, and this is how it is. But anyway, I feel sorry for many people, and as well as I also feel sorry for myself. And often when we are like chanting, when we are meditating, or I am engaged in teachings or doing something, and my mobile phone is not with me, and they don't believe me that mobile phone is not with me. So like that. Anyway, this happens. And today, but a wonderful time being here in the hall all day, meditating, walking and sitting, walking, sitting. I was expecting few people turn up, but only us. But however, it was good that I don't have to speak, I don't have to teach, and just to meditate and sit and meditate. So first hour, it was a bit hard, just eaten the lunch and also just spoken with so many people at that time, and meditation was very hard. But later on, it was more smoother, more calmer. Karen calling says, Happy Magha Puja Day. Oh, Happy Magha Puja Day. Actually, not today is a Magha Puja. Magha Puja is the day after tomorrow, on a Tuesday, the full moon. So I expect to do the actual ceremony on the full moon. And I also have this mind while I was talking this evening with this lady who was angry that I didn't pick up the phone. So I had in mind that, okay, on a Magha Puja day, I will switch off my mobile phone whole day and see what happens.
You should.
So Magha Puja day will be my retreat, my free time, my day. Anyways, in time.
You might need to put that on your website. Monks cannot be contacted during such and such a time.
Yeah. So maybe on Magha Puja on Tuesday I will switch off I turn on only for the chanting time, and then after that I switch off. So this Magha Puja is one of the very important days in the Buddhist calendar. But until I think King Rama IV in Thailand, Magha Puja wasn't celebrated widely in the Buddhist community. So in the past, only Vaisakha Puja or Visakha Puja, the birth, enlightenment, and Buddha's parinibbana, the death, 3 days that fall on Visakha Puja day. So it was celebrated only the Visakha Puja, not any other days. But somehow King Rama IV of Thailand, while he was a monk, he studied and he realized that the Magha Puja is also very important days in the Buddhist calendar. As a result, he started celebrating the Magha Puja and also encouraged others to practice as well. And with that, when he later on gave up being a monk, after 27 years of being a monk, he became the king, King Rama IV. Then he announced that on the Magha Puja day, it should be a holiday and all the Buddhists should celebrate the Magha Puja. So that's how the Magha Puja gradually spread around in Thailand and also in other countries as the special day, Magha Puja. So nowadays the Magha Puja became one of the very important full moons in the Buddhist calendar. So the more important full moons are now 4. One is Magha Puja, number 2 is the Vaisakha Puja, number 3 is Asala Puja, and the number 4, the Pavarana, which is around November time. So there are 4 significant events, significant full moons are there in the Buddhist calendar. So the Magha Puja became very famous simply because there are 4 reasons. Number 1, that 1,250 monks who ordained by the Buddha. Right? So they went. Karen Kaling saying that was Magha Puja day when 1,250 monks gathered to enlightened one. Yes. So on the Magha Puja day, the story after Buddha enlightened, he sent the missionaries to teach the Dhamma in different parts of the communities, and not allowing go in the same place two monks. So they were scattered around and teaching, and after 9 months, there were more than 2,000 monks already. Then among those 2,000 monks, these 1,250 monks, somehow while they were on a journey spreading the Dhamma, somehow they all got the vision that all wanted to go and visit the Buddha. So there wasn't any invitation to them, but they all felt that it's been a long time, so they should go to see the Buddha. So there was a 9 months time. So and then they came to visit the Buddha in Rajagriha, Veluvana. And it happened that was on when everybody came around, and that was a full moon of a Magha. Magha means the month according to the lunar month. Right? So it is Magha. And a full moon, it happened to be on a full moon. And in the same time, it happened that these 1,250 monks were ordained by the Buddha himself. It's called Ehipikku Upasampada, which means that now on you are the monk. So basically, after listen the Dhamma from the Buddha, all became enlightened, and after they became enlightened, they wished to be a monk. So then the Buddha simply told them that now on you are a monk. So Ehipikku Upasampada. And then all these 1,250 monks, according to the tradition, believed that they all had abhinya, so the supernatural power, So that's why it is also known as Chatura Sannipata, which means the four things or factors coming together the night of the Magha Puja. And that's how it became a very important days. And further on, taking that opportunity that 1,250 monks gathered, the Buddha gave a very profound teaching known as Ovada Patimokkha. And then one of the first stanza that everybody, I think, will remember, and that is the Sabba Papasa Akaranam Kusala Sopa Sampada Sachita Pariyotapanam Etang Buddhana Sasana, which means that not to do any evil, do good, and purify the mind. This is the teachings of all the Buddhas. So all the Buddhas. This was a summary of his entire teachings, and further on he gave another Kanti Parambang Tapoti Tika Nippanam Vadanti Buddha. Go on. There are another two, which is basically saying that in order to attain the liberation, one has to have a patience and forbearance. One who has got the patience and the forbearance then will be able to attain the nirvana. Nibbana is the supreme happiness. A person who is practicing in this path will not despise others and will not destroy others. Will be maintaining and moderate in eating and moderate in living and adichitte cha ayogo, so heighten the mind. So basically cultivates the mind towards the ultimate goal, and this is the teachings of all the Buddhas. And that was the teaching that the Buddha gave on that night, and as a result of that, this day, actually really important day, in which I do agree with the King Rama IV that the day should be celebrated. Ever since it's been celebrated. In fact, people are so busy that they don't have time to come to the temples and do the spiritual practices, which is another reason why in Buddhism encouraged that our members to come to the temple once in a week, which is known as the quarter moons. So every 1 week there is a quarter moon. So first half quarter moon, and then a half moon, and then a third quarter moon, and then a full moon. Encouraged members to visit the temple and practice the spirituality. And this visiting the temple 4 times became very difficult for people because of the family business, family responsibility, workload, and so on. Then encouraged to visit at least once a month, and that's the full moon. Because on a full moon, after the evening, the sky is still bright and there is no danger, but the rest of other nights can be very dangerous, which is the reason why people are not encouraged to visit during the night time. Whereas on a full moon, you're encouraged to visit the temples so that when you go back home, there won't be any troubles because it's still bright. That's why full moons are becoming very important days in the Buddhist calendar. And again, visiting every full moon once a month became very difficult for the members of the community because of the responsibility and the family, and as well as, I would say, the faith hasn't been firmly established, which is the reason why later on only Vesak Puja was celebrated. But somehow Vesak Puja was not actually enough for members to connect with the Buddha's teachings. I do believe that at least once a month we should have something that encourage our members to visit the temple and feel the connection with the Buddha and the Dhamma, and also able to practice this in the Dhamma, so that we will gain a real happiness. But this is still a difficult one. That's why, and I would say that there are 4 full moons that we should encourage ourselves to visit the temple and do the offerings and rituals and expression of our own faith. That the 4 full moons are. The one is a Magha Puja, and then another one is a Visakha Puja, and then the third one is the Asahala Puja. Asahala Puja is basically the start of the Lent, Buddhist Lent or Vassa, Pansa, and then the Pavarana, the end of the Vassa, 3 months time, and around November time. So these are the 3 days that Buddhists should visit and perform the ceremonies. And now living in the West, doing on a full moon is, or visiting on a full moon day is very difficult, because that normally doesn't fall on the weekends, which is the reason why many temples encouraged to do the full moon practices on weekends, so that people can join. But in my understanding, that if you are really committed and if you really believe in Buddha's teaching, we should follow the full moon as the main day that we can spare sometimes for ourselves to come and practice in the presence of the Buddha. And this is all because, again, the Buddhists are very flexible, because there is no firm authority like in other religions. You have to do or you must do, otherwise there will be some punishments or something like that, and which is the reason why they are very strong in their faiths. But whereas in Buddhism, encouraged to use the wisdom, and that wisdom, as long as our faith hasn't been strongly established yet, that wisdom normally cheats us or diverts our attention to somewhere else that pleases us, and we forget the part which we should be doing, which will be more helpful this life and hereafter. So that's why Magha Puja is one of the days that we should take consideration and try to attain and practice. Even if you can't come to the temple, at least at homes, do a little puja, a little worship, like maybe offer the water to the Buddha, or light the incense, or light the candles, or offer flowers. And if you have chanting books, you can chant even just a Namo Tassa or pay respect 3 times, and like that. This is also a small act, but it really connects with the teachings. Although Buddha did not encourage us to do the worships of the Buddha statues or pictures, but because we are living in such a hectic time, a hectic life, at least we need some way, some object that we can feel connected. That's why the Buddha, changing the water or lighting the candles or incenses or offering the flowers, regarded as a wholesome act that really helps to bring happiness in our life and good luck for us. Right? So I encourage you all to do it on a Tuesday evening or a Tuesday morning. So Tuesday will be the full moon, and then as I have said, Tuesday my mobile will be switched off. Anyway, all right, with these reflections, let's do the chanting.